Scary Hours 3 by Drake is dropping tonight. This is not a drill, this is actually real. We just got the trailer literally a couple of minutes ago. We got to talk about a lot of things because there's a lot that he said in the trailer, and also it's just surrounding this drop in terms of context of the past couple of days. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Okay, no joke, as soon as y'all posted this in the Discord, I turned around from going to college and went right back home because I wanted to record this video for y'all. So that's a sacrifice I'm making, but this is pretty huge. Let's talk about the trailer first, and after that discuss what this actually means and how this is connected to the music video he dropped, to the tour he's going on with J. Cole. So let's start with the trailer. So he posted on Instagram, and this is the official source that we got, that y'all posted in the Discord. By the way, join the Discord in the description. This is the trailer he posted just a couple of minutes ago, and it's him in this very eerie music that I already love because that is the, you know, the 40 type sound that I love to hear from Drake. And he just in this trailer walks around, talks a little bit. At the end there is some classical music playing. I'm not sure what this is to do with the album, if there's any connection to this. Likely not, it's just a cool scene. But let's actually talk about what he said in the trailer. So first of all, he talked about for him not having a need to appease anybody, that he's so confident of For All the Dogs, or the most recent album that he's dropped, that I didn't like as much, but he was so confident about it that he just doesn't feel any need to, you know, appease anybody, and that he now feels very confident that he can disappear for some time. Now, he named a couple of time spans. He said 6 months, a year, even 2 years, but he's not a fan of all the mysterious disappearing for 2 years just for the sake of mystery. Now, if you didn't know this, after For All the Dogs dropped, Drake confirmed that he was going to take a break to focus on some health issues concerning his gut, his digestion, whatever. So that's probably the reason behind this. Now, also he says that his drive for music is coming to him in a way that it hasn't since If You're Reading This. And this is a pretty good sign. My question is just, why is it now just coming and not before For All the Dogs? Or maybe that's part of it, I'm not sure. He also says he feels like he's on drugs right now, without being on drugs obviously, and he says that he did the songs for Scary Hours 3 in the past 5 days. He didn't have any bar written for them the night that For All the Dogs dropped. So ever since For All the Dogs dropped, he's just kind of, you know, in the zone working on this thing, and it's apparently been the past 5 days, but I guess this video was recorded a couple of weeks ago, so after For All the Dogs dropped. And he says that he's not fighting that inspiration since it is a good thing, and why fight the good thing? So that's all he says in this trailer. Now, this trailer, as I said, is very high budget. It's all these different night scenes of him walking around. It's like a usual Drake trailer, honestly. And as I said, that classical music interpolation at the end. And what is interesting when it comes to the footage of this trailer is that at the end we get this picture of this zoomed in, what is this, a pamphlet, booklet, whatever, held by this guy with these gloves and the suit. Looks pretty official, but this, honestly, it could be album cover. I wouldn't be surprised if this right here, this frame, is the album cover. That would be hard. And it says Scary Hours 3, and we can see executive produced by Noel Kadashi, so Ovio Noel, I hope I pronounced his last name right, by Aubrey Graham, so himself, and Kevin Durant. So that is pretty cool. Now, honestly, by this frame, I couldn't tell what read in those little letters at the bottom. If you have a more high resolution frame than me, I don't know why it's not that high resolution for me. Let me know in the comments. That would be interesting. Also, obviously, we got to talk about the release date, because in the caption for this thing, he wrote Scary Hours 3 tonight at midnight. So this Friday, November 17th. And yeah, this is pretty spontaneous, pretty big, but I guess Drake likes those surprise drops now. And honestly, it's weird because so far the Scary Hours tapes dropped half a year before the actual album. In this case, it's dropping right after the album, so I don't know what's up with that schedule. I'm just happy we're getting that. Now, we gotta talk about this whole thing surrounding this announcement, because he literally just a couple of hours ago dropped the music video for First Person Shooter with J. Cole, which is insane. That thing is insane. It's probably the most not unique, but high budget, high effort music video that I have seen. J. Cole even himself said that this was like a whole movie for him to be a part of. If you haven't watched it, make sure to go watch it right after this video, because that thing is a freaking movie. And I mean, obviously he took that momentum to then announce this thing. Everybody's talking about Drake now, so this was a smart move. Also, what's connected to this is the Big as the What tour that he's doing with J. Cole starting in January, running all the way through March. We talked about that in the last video about Drake and J. Cole, so make sure you go check that out right after this, because that's where I go into all the details about that tour and what we can expect from it. They're running a bunch of smaller venues to give back to those places that they toured when they were on the come up, and not go to the big cities. So if you're in any of those cities, make sure to go grab some tickets, because now we got new material that they're going to be performing there. I already wondered, Drake got nothing new to perform, J. Cole got nothing new to perform. Obviously, For All the Dogs is out, so I guess this would have been for that, but then it was confusing that it's called the It's All a Blur tour, which was originally the tour for Her Loss. So it was really interesting, or kind of weird. But this honestly also gives me more hope that J. Cole's gonna drop before the tour. If Drake now already dropped 2 projects, For All the Dogs and now Scary Hours 3, J. Cole gotta come through with some new music before that tour. He gotta drop the Fall Off before that tour. That is what I am convincing myself to believe, and I hope that actually comes true. Now, we don't know what's gonna be on this project. He said that he wrote the songs in the past 5 days, so it is songs. So multiple songs, but I guess every Scary Hour was multiple songs. The first was 2, the second was 3. Maybe we're gonna see 4, maybe even more. Honestly, I could see him drop like a 6 to 7 track EP. That would be pretty cool, as that would give us, maybe more of that Drake vibe that isn't so overthought. If he said that he's wrote this in the past 5 days, that was just me kind of wishful thinking, because I didn't like, Fat D that much. Pause. So for me, this is also pretty exciting, because if Drake says that this is a Scary Hours tape and that he hasn't felt the same drive ever since If You're Reading This, then that's a pretty good sign, because that tape was also incredible. So boys, we're getting this tonight. Scary Hours 3 is dropping tonight at midnight. This is gonna be really big, and I mean, it was kind of to be foreseen if they're going on tour. But honestly, I didn't think it for Drake. I thought that J. Cole was going to drop. So I'm really happy that Drake now announced this. Obviously, this is all building off of the momentum that they got from the announcement of the tour, that they got from them dropping the music video, and maybe we're going to see a J. Cole feature on Scary Hours 3. It would only make sense if they, are that close right now and are also going on tour together, so that they have something to perform. Now, let me know what y'all think about this. Are y'all excited for Scary Hours 3? What did y'all think of the trailer? Do you think we can tell anything from it regarding the music on the actual EP? Or do you think that that was completely disconnected from it? All your thoughts and your theories and your wishes, what you want to hear on this tape, maybe that you didn't get on For All the Dogs, like me, I'm hoping for some stuff. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.